Wagyu Gaming. Hey there broskies, hope you're having a wonderful day. So Wagyu here and back with another Kingdom of Heroes Tactics War video. So today we're gonna be tackling the question whether or not it's still a good time to start the game today. And this was suggested by one of our subscribers here in the channel named Chayolson. And I don't really know how to say his name, to be honest. I'm sorry if I didn't say that right. I'll leave a text on the post in order for us to know who he really is. So he's helped me a lot in the channel as well. He's given me a few advice on whether, you know, what to say and what not to say in the channel. But yeah, thank you so much. Anyway, to begin with, there are a few questions that we need to tackle. Like, we know that, you know, trying to start the game out might be a bit scary for you guys, since you might feel that you are already left behind or whatnot. So the first question we're going to tackle is, you know, are you already behind the high tier players and the whales of the game? To be honest, yes, you will be behind, but you know, there's always this but here. But the whales and the high tier players will eventually hit a plateau. To give you an example, like for example, my Esperanza, I've used her almost everywhere in this game, and as you can see, she has pretty decent stats. I'd call it decent. This is my personal definition of what Esperanza's stats should be. You know, maybe higher attack, maybe higher speed. But to be honest, like, I am already pretty contented on this with this stats. And so, you know, I've hit a plateau with Esperanza. Like, I find it really hard to replace a rune for Esperanza, since, you know, it's going to be quite hard to just specifically look for exactly the same runes or almost exactly the same runes, only improving speed, only improving attack. So that would be quite difficult for me to do. Like, for example, out of all the runes I have, let me show you guys how many runes I have. I have 868 out of 900 runes, and all those runes are at least 5 stars. Let me show you guys. So these are all my runes. Let me show you all my runes to prove to you the point that, you know, eventually all the whales and high tier players will eventually hit a plateau. As you can see here, like, a lot of them are 6-star runes. Majority of them are 5. The rest of them are 5 stars. I believe I've sold every 4-star rune that I have. And so yeah, and none of those runes, out of the 868 runes that I have, none of those runes can actually replace any of these runes to improve Esperanza's speed without really reducing her crit rate or without reducing her attack. So that's my point. Like, my Esperanza right now has hit a plateau, and I'm sure a lot of the high tier players and a lot of the whales have actually hit a plateau right now, and we're just, you know, investing in other units. Like for example, me right now, I'm investing in Shade, just for fun. Okay, and so yeah, my Shade right now is pretty decent, but as of now as well, like, the only thing I can improve on my Shade is the speed. So exactly, like, eventually, like, we hit a plateau and you can eventually catch up. So what matters in this game is more of the strategy and not just the runes and not just the units that you have. So it's more on strategy. A lot of the, let's talk about a bit of the strategy. So, you know, you fear that you don't have the right units for the game. You don't have the, you know, the right units for beating TOA 100 or for PvP. But that's the good thing about this game. All the units here, I believe, like, this is my personal belief, all the units here can be used everywhere. Like, there's no specific, like, thing. Like, there are inclinations, like for example, like Frida, I don't really know how to say her name, but yeah, this lady right here, I'd personally say she's more inclined for PvE, like clearing fire type bosses, slowing them down and whatnot. However, I've also seen some people in high tier PvP actually use her in PvP. So yeah, and then it works pretty well. Like, they use her on their defense team, and I actually lose against them. So yeah, that's the good thing about this game. Like, you can use any unit for any content, and it's just a matter of how you build them. So, you know, it goes both ways. Like, it matters how you build them, and then your strategy would matter as well. Okay, so you're not going to be behind for units. Like, if that's one of your fear, like, will I be behind the number of units or all the units in game? Like, am I too late to catch up? Okay, to be honest, there was no summoning event from the game, although there was a pack, just one pack from the launch event that gave us the Divine Scroll alongside a few other leveling. Like, that was the only thing I saw that was time gated, the Divine Scroll pack that was quite affordable when the game actually launched. But everything else you can buy when you reach a certain level, like when you reach like level 50. If you're planning to spend, but I don't recommend buying them, they're quite expensive. But yeah. Speaking of those divine scrolls, they give you 5-star units, and the rates for 5-star units in this game is actually pretty generous. They always have new banners every week or two. As you can see here, currently Jara, one of the better healers in game, and Muse, one of the new units in game. And yeah, so you can actually just get them. They're very easy to get. Like if you've seen my summoning video, I'll leave a link in the upper right hand side of the screen. There should be a banner for you to click. And I actually got Muse in a decent number of summons, so I was happy with that. And the good thing about the game is they actually assure you with at least 1 4-star and up in every 300 crystals worth of summon. Okay, so you're assured one 4-star, and the 4-stars here are very easy to get. Like I have most of the 4-stars. I lack like less than a handful of 4-stars. Let me show you guys. So it's very easy to get the 4-stars. Majority of the 4-stars you can get just by playing through the game, just by having a little bit of summoning sessions every now and then. Because you're assured 1 4-star for every 10 pulls that you do. So as you can see here, I only need 6 more, a little bit over a handful, 6 more 4-stars in order to complete my codex. Okay? So the 4-stars, you won't get left behind. And let's talk about the events. So that's one of the main issues in other games. Like events are time gated, and then it's quite OP for the events. Like you can't catch up. You miss some banners, you miss a lot of those things. So let's talk about the events. So the events don't actually give you OP rewards, although they give you rewards that can help you progress through the game. As you can see right now, this is the current event, the treasure hunt event. So it's just this, and gives you like random rewards. So let's click here. I'm still learning how to get through this treasure chest rewards. Let me just show you guys what kind of rewards you can get. So that's the EXP Fairy. This one is quite new. I like that item. Yeah, we got it. So yeah. So the events are, as you can see, like we got energy, we got silver, and we got this one, the gold reforged dust. This one is quite useful. I haven't really explored this yet, but I hope to get more eventually. But yeah, that's what I mean. Like you don't get much from the events. Even during the launch events, you didn't really get much aside from skill fairy, so you didn't really miss much, and it's still a good time to actually start the game. And speaking of events, like, you know, your only main concern about the events is being time gated. So, you know, there might be a few contents that can be time gated, like for example the number of entries you have for Altar Realm, but you're not really missing much, because even I myself, who have played since launch, I'm only getting 112k damage to the boss, and that's only a C+ worth. And other people, I bet, like some of them new even, are getting SS scores like for the Conquistadors. So yeah, that's what I mean. Like you're not really missing much. It's really about how you strategize and how you do your game, how you play your game, and you'll eventually catch up. Like for example, this one. This might be another example for something that's time gated, but it's not game changing. Like it gives you silver. Okay, even I myself right now have missed this. I even forgot that I have to do this today, and I'm not doing it. But yeah, that's what I mean. I'm not gonna, you know, lose so much by not doing this event. That's what I mean. Like it's okay to miss a few things every now and then, but yeah, it doesn't really delay your progress or whatnot. So it's still a really good time to start the game. And maybe like another example of time gated parts here, like for example this one, the Towa Hard. So it's basically the number of attempts you have per day. So you can get 20 per day, but even like this is the 3rd day right now, I'm still stuck at the 30th floor, so it's quite hard. So it doesn't matter, like if you're bad at strategizing or you don't know how to strategize, you'll be stuck at a certain floor, and it doesn't matter how many tries you're going to have. Like that's what happens to me. That's what happened to me. But yeah, basically there's no time gate. If there are time gates, it's not going to be game changing, and you're still going to catch up even with all the events that you're gonna miss or whatnot. So yeah, and overall, I highly suggest that you start the game right now. You're not going to miss anything. You're going to be able to catch up. A lot of people are still coming in the game. I mean, I've just noticed the ads from Kingdom of Heroes on YouTube, and you know, I've seen them trying to advertise, you know, dragging new people in, which is good, and which is good for the game as well. So yeah, hopefully I'll see a lot of you guys in game, and if you do have any questions, do let me know in the comment section below. I'll gladly answer it. I mean, that's what I'm here for. I've even made a few progression guides and where to get this, where to get that, how to clear this, how to clear that. So yeah, as always, if you have any questions, again, leave it in the comment section below. I'll always reply to your questions. And yeah, that's it for this video. Thank you so much for tuning in, and see you in the next one.